Welcome to Time for Horror. Subscribe and hit the bell, because today you are going to hear a story that will make you wonder if you would have the courage to step into the fog. In the small town, there was always something unusual about the fog. It felt heavy, white, and suffocating, wrapping the streets like a shroud and hiding every shape. The elders said that the fog was not just a natural phenomenon, but a door, and that behind it lay something that did not belong to this world. The legend was passed in whispers. It spoke of a hospital that appeared only in the thickest fog, far away in the industrial zone. Huge, with dirty windows, rusted doors, and a glowing sign reading, "Emergency Department." But such a building had never appeared on any city map. They said that whoever crossed its threshold would never return. That inside, the lights flicker, machines run on their own, trolleys move by themselves, and the corridors echo with the clanging of metal. Some even claimed to have heard the entrance bell ring by itself, with no one standing before it. Over the years, there were disappearances. In the late 1980s, three young people dared to test the legend. They found the fog, and they found the building. No one ever saw them again. Their parents searched for traces, but only rumors remained, that their screams could be heard in the white haze, that the windows glowed until morning, and that the hospital vanished along with them. People learned to stay silent. Yet every child grew up fearing the fog, and every mother repeated the same command: when the fog falls, stay home. The old Antigua toward the industrial zone. And never look if you hear the bell. The autumn of 2003 was colder than usual. The fog fell earlier, thick and heavy. One evening, a group of workers from the textile factory were late leaving their shift. At the bus stop, hidden in the milkwhit haze, they heard the familiar, cold chime. They all froze. And then they saw it. The hospital stood there, tall, lit by cold lamps. Its doors opened by themselves, and at the threshold stood a nurse in an old-fashioned uniform and surgical mask. Her eyes were black, empty, bottomless. She did not speak a word, only gestured for them to follow. Two of the workers ran. But three remained: Hristo, Milena, and Georgie. Curiosity was stronger than fear. Inside, everything looked sterile and new. The floor shone, the lamps buzzed, trolleys moved on their own. There were no doctors, no patients, only cold and the smell of chlorine. The nurse led them to the reception room. On the desk lay a large registry. Milena opened the book and froze. Their names were already written there. Next to each name was a diagnosis: Georgy Dimitrov, heart failmilena Petrovi, pulmonary fibrosis Ivanov, traumatic injury. This isn't possible. Georgy screamed. But before the words left his mouth, he clutched his chest. His face turned pale. Seconds later, his body lay lifeless on the floor. A siren pierced the corridor. Every door began to open on its own. In the rooms lay bound people, their eyes wide open, whispering silently. Their stares fixed on Hristo and Milena ran. Hristo shouted. The corridors began to twist. Doors led to new doors, staircases descended endlessly. Behind them, dragging footsteps echoed. Finally, they reached the operating room. On the table lay a body covered with a sheet. Trembling, Milena pulled the sheet back and saw her own face. The dead Milena opened her eyes and smiled. Hristo screamed. The lights went out. Her scream ran through darkness, and then silence. When the lamps came back on, Milena was gone. Only her shoes remained on the floor. Hristo ran. They found him in the morning, sitting on the curb by the industrial zone. His eyes were empty, his lips moved, but no sound came out. He never spoke again. After that night, the hospital disappeared once more. The fog lifted, and the streets filled with life again. But no one in the town doubted anymore. The legend was true. The old disappearances and the new ones merged into one. People understood, if your name is in the registry, there is no salvation. The hospital will take you, even if you hide, even if you run. Hristo remained alive, but silent. In his eyes reflected endless corridors, cold light, and doors that never lit outside. And if you listened to the trembling of his lips, you could hear only one sentence, whispered without a sound, "They are still there." Since then, people went home at the first sign of fog. No one waited at the bus stop in the industrial zone. And no one looked toward the Milky Way when the hospital bell rang by itself, because everyone knew, on next foggy night, the hospital would return, not to heal, but to take. If this story made you think about what could be hiding in the fog, subscribe to Time for Horror to hear more legends that will keep you awake at night.